I have been lacking on advertising my business, and I have no other ideas to get through. Whenever I get the new client, I started seeing your videos, and you're like, hey, you know what? Just add all the taxes and blah blah blah. So I started doing that, and the clients started to complain, and they're like, oh, my ex-lawn service was able to do it without paying taxes and making all these excuses up in order for them not to pay me. My question is, what could I do at that point? Some of the jobs that I do that they're a little bit higher, I do ask for a down payment at least half, just to make sure. But I just feel like there's something there that I'm lacking on, or I'm just like a little chicken or something that I'm not doing right. And I just feel like I just need like a mentor to tell me, hey, it's going to be okay. This is what you need to do next.
Yeah, like part of it is a lot of the times when I see customers that are trying to push around a contractor, as much as I want to just say like, that's so bad and customers are, whatever. The thing is, the perception of the brand when the customer comes to the company is what's going to be the determining factor of how they treat that contractor. So if someone's really, really professional, has a great website, they answer their phones, they show up in a uniform, their truck's decaled and labeled and painted, that customer's much less likely to start haggling with them, asking them about taxes. And if the owner or the estimator that comes to the property doesn't lead on that they're the owner, same thing. They're less likely, what about taxes? Could I get that cut out? What about 500 instead of 1,000? Like they'll be less likely to haggle. So the first two things I would say is, number one, focus on your branding and having a very professional brand where they know that when you come in, you're not making numbers up. They can't haggle with you, because the last 4 guys that they have haggled with came in a beat up truck, no website, not licensed, not insured, no uniform, still sweating from a day's worth of work and dirty and all the rest of it. Like, you be professional, have someone answer your phone. That sets you apart so they know, okay, this is not the same as the last 4 guys I've dealt with that have not paid my taxes. Like, anyone who says I don't want to pay my taxes, like, I'm sorry, probably not a great customer. And so the question is, instead of how do I change the mindset of the customer, because everyone wants a cheaper deal, and that's not going to change. What you can do though is you can change the perception of your brand so that the type of customer that calls knows you're going to charge taxes. They expect it. They know you're going to cost more because you showed up in a nice truck and you had a uniform and someone answered the phone politely inside of an office, not with weed whackers and the going on the background. So I'd focus, number one, on your brand. And then number two, when you're at the property being the estimator, don't lead on that you're the owner. You don't want to let them know that you're the owner, because that opens up the door for negotiation. And can I cut this out? My last guy did this. You want them to feel like you're the estimator, and you're going to get the estimate sent. The estimate's going to be sent from the office, and then the crew will show up and do the work. Now, at the very beginning, when you're small, you're gonna be the estimator, the office, and the crew. But as you grow the company, they'll be in the expectation of being handed off from estimator to office to crew. So just don't lead on that you're the owner as much as possible during that interaction at the estimate.